Professor D.K. Spencer, please continue, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, am I audible? Hello. Rintu? So I don't know whether I'm audible. It shows I am muted.
Yes, you are audible.
Audible. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So can you see my slides?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, we can see the voice.
Yes. Yes, please.
We can see the slide, but voice is very low. Volume is less.
Oh. Hello. Can you hear me? No.
I have no issue.
I'll reconnect. Okay.
Sir, unable to hear you.
You cannot hear me, right? So I think I'm not audible, right? Okay, I am reconnecting. That will be better. Am I audible now? Hello. Am I audible now?
Is sir able to hear you?
No, sir.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. You can.
Sir, your voice is too low.
You are audible.
Audible, right? It's okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Slide is not visible.
Yeah, I am sharing the slide. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So, can you see the slide now?
Yeah, slide is also visible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, all.
Slide is visible.
Sorry. There are some noise, so can you mute yourself? You cannot be able to speak. in continuation to our previous class, as we are organic farming and the vermicomposting, vermicompost production technology we have discussed. So in detail, how to go.
Hello, sir. Your voice is not coming, sir. Hello,
Sorry?
sir. Hello.
Sorry.
Sir, your voice is not coming, sir.
Your voice is very low, sir. So we are not able to hear. Screen is visible, but voice is very low.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Maybe you can move to closer to the mic.
Yeah. So now can you hear? Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
In continuation to our previous class, we'll discuss about the vermicompost production technology. So last class we have discussed about the waste selection, waste loading, and the combination of the waste and cow dung, then how we can use the earthworm, and the maturity of the vermicompost, then the harvesting and the processing, finally packaging. Today we discuss about the vermicompost productions, how we can enrich the quality of the vermicompost. As you know, when you go for the organic farming, I think there are some noise are there. If those who are not speaking, you can mute yourself. Yeah, it's fine. Thank you. We need to meet the nutrient requirement of the crop. The nutrient demand of the crop must be satisfied to have the higher productions. Otherwise, organic farming, the farmers, any producers, they have some fear that there may be a low in productions as compared to your conventional farming or chemical fertilizers. It is very essential to maintain the productions as of conventional farming. To do so, we need to supply the nutrients in the exact amount or the quantity and at the right stage that is required for the crop. The normal vermicompost that contains a very less amount of nutrient, but we need to improve the quality of the vermicompost by enriching with some specific nutrient. And the addition, you have to add the material, that natural materials. We cannot depend upon the chemical synthetic inputs. So adding natural materials, we can enrich the quality of vermicompost. So why you go for enrichment? If it's normal vermicompost, if it's even a normal compost, if you say, the compost that contains around 0.5 to 1.5% nitrogen, then the general compost, as we do in your courtyard, by dumping the waste materials from the kitchen waste or the household waste or the crop wastes, and that go for the normal decomposition process without much care. It contains around 0.5 to 1.5% nitrogen, 0.2 to 8.8% P2O5, and 0.5 to 1.2% K2, which is not sufficient to meet the crop demand in low dose. So if you want to apply this type of compost or to have the same production as of conventional farming, because a particular crop requires around 100 kg nitrogen per hectare, we need to know how much nutrient requirement. Suppose you want to meet the same amount of nutrients applying this organic manure, the requirement may vary from 7 tons to 20 tons per hectare. The 20 tons per hectare is for the compost having 0.5% nitrogen. The compost has 0.5% nitrogen, and you want to meet the 100 kg nitrogen requirement per hectare for a particular crop. The amount of compost is to be added around 20 tons per hectare. And which is applying 20 tons per hectare compost is a quite difficult task. Availability may be a question. May not be feasible at all. No. But if you go for the vermicompost, the amount may come up to say 7 tons per hectare because of enrichment of if it becomes 3 times the 1.5% nitrogen, the increase the nitrogen, it may come around 7 tons per hectare. And if you go for still enrichment or the value additions with some of nitrogen fixing or natural the materials can be added during composting, the amount 7 tons per hectare still can be reduced up to 4 tons per hectare, depending upon the materials you are adding in your compost pit and for the value additions. So that's why the enrichment of compost is essential to meet the nutrient requirement of this crop. So this is what we'll be discussing. The enrichment can be done using different, natural minerals or the, rock minerals or the, natural resources can be used for enrichment of the compost. Let's say enriched vermicompost. Let's say value added or quality compost productions. So that we can minimize the volume of additions. We don't need to apply the huge amounts. With less amounts, we can do that. The nutrient enrichment, the sources, if you want to enrich a particular vermicompost for the nitrogen, because the most of the cereal crops they need nitrogen, in the vegetable also for the better growth and development, they need nitrogen. For nitrogen enrichment, the resources has to be added. They are the common oil cakes. Just a moment, please. Sorry. So the nitrogen sources, they are the common oil cake, mustard cake, or the groundnut cake. They contains the nitrogen percentage. Those can be added in the compost pit. As you have shown the last class, in the compost pit, we are using the waste materials. So if you want to make a special vermicompost or the customized vermicompost for a specific group of crops, then you have to enrich with specific nutrients. If you want to enrich the value of the compost with nitrogen, then you have to add such materials in the compost pit during the process of composting. And if you want to have a compost of a high content of phosphorus, these are natural minerals, rock phosphate can be added, bone meal, basic slab, or the horn and hook meals. Those can be added in the compost pit. If you want enrichment with the potassium, then these are the potassium chloride, or the wood ash, calcarina wood, tobacco stem, bubble wood. Those can be taken care for the potash enrichment. You want the calcium and magnesium, limestone, gypsum, the dolomite, those natural rock minerals, those things can be added the composting process. So additional rock minerals during composting process or additional rock minerals with ready compost. The two options are there, but we do prefer to add in the composting process rather than adding those minerals after the compost gets ready. So during the process, it gets a decomposition process, then the nutrient becomes better available. You can add them in the composting process. Or if you have the materials, then also this can be added after the compost has been made ready. So this is how we have the cow dung. You have the waste materials. Maybe any waste, aquatic weeds, or any legume waste, or the straw waste. And this can be added with the rock minerals during the composting process. And also, we can go for inoculation of some of the microbes. These are the microbes that can be added during the when you are loading the waste materials in the compost bed. The microbes are for the Trichoderma viridi, just cell-like fungus that can be added during the composting process. And Azotobacter coccocum, that is for the nitrogen fixing bacteria. And the Bacillus polymaxa, that is for the phosphorus solubilizing bacteria, and Bacillus firmus, potassium releasing bacteria. So all these, the microbes, they can be added in the compost pit for the for the fastening in the decomposition process and also making value additions. At the same time, these are the rock phosphate, dolomite, and mica. These also to be added in the compost pit. So regarding the rock phosphate, either you go for the rock phosphate or the dolomite or the mica, these are the natural rock minerals. These additions of this material depends upon the quantity, how much quantity you need to add. Usually what we have seen, you can add any amount as you like. The excess amount, additional excess amount that delays the decomposition process and also the growth of earthworm is affected if you go on adding the excess amount of these rock minerals. Usually, so what you have seen up to 10% or maximum 15% addition is the safe, where the earthworm growth rate that remains as optimum, not affected much, and at the same time the value addition can take place. We need not go to add these materials more than 15% of the waste material. So of the waste material, maybe around 10 to 15% can be added in the compost pit. And you see the quality criteria of compost. The organic carbon, when the compost is ready, these are the quality we need to check. So organic carbon, that should remain around 20-25%. And the porosity, that's 70 to 80% porous. Is a porous material, definitely. Moisture content remains maximum 30%, not more than that. 25-30% is said. So the pH range, 6.5 to 7.5. That's a neutral range. Carbonation capacity and the electrical conductivity. Total nitrogen around 1 to 3%, and CN ratio that becomes around 10 to 20:1, depending upon carbon and nitrogen. CN ratio that maintain 10 to 20:1. Also, the phosphorus and potash should be more than 0.7%. Calcium and magnesium more than 0.1%, 0.5%. Ammonium nitrogen, that's available nitrogen, and nitrate nitrogen, so that may be around 10 ppm and 100 to 20 ppm. More as we are in organic materials, we are more concerned with the total nitrogen, but this amount may be the mineralized nitrogen at present, but it's slow release process, so almost all the nutrients can be available in the long run. So I will give you a comparison of the vermicompost. That's your conventional vermicompost with the enriched vermicompost. So based on the nutrient the properties: total nitrogen, total phosphorus, total potash, total calcium, total magnesium. So this is the quality of the conventional vermicompost without addition any of the the natural resources. You use as per your waste materials as you depend on waste material. In general, nitrogen remain 1.3 to 1.5%. If you are using the normal waste material like rice straws, mixing of all waste materials, but if you have waste materials from the carpet industry, sawdust, it may have very low N content. But in general, conventional vermicompost in general has 1.3 to 1.5% of nitrogen, and phosphorus around 0.8 to 1%, potash 1 to 1.1%. You can see the calcium and magnesium. If you go for the enrichment of this, conventional vermicompost, only microbes, without adding any rock minerals. Microbes means you are implementing the Trichoderma viridi, the Azotobacter coccum, Bacillus species for the nitrogen fixing, phosphate solubilizing, and potash releasing bacteria. If those are added, so the nitrogen content somehow increased from 1.3, 1.5 to 1.8 to 2.4%. Similarly, there is a slight increase in the phosphorus content, and also this potassium content and calcium, other as magnesium content, also some other is improvement in there. So this is only adding the microbes without addition of the natural minerals or the rock minerals. So here you can find some improvement in the nutrient content, addition of only microbes. If you go for rock enrichment, here you won't find any improvement in the nitrogen. That remains almost same 1.3 to 1.5. That remains almost 1.4 to 1.5. Don't get it because we are not adding any microbial inoculum here. Only natural minerals, rock phosphate. Suppose you are adding rock phosphate. So the nitrogen remains same. That does not change. However, the phosphorus, if you see, it was 0.8 to 1%. That has increased to 2.9 to 3.5%. So there is a huge jump around minimum 3 times, 4 times improvement in the total phosphorus content. Adding these natural minerals, say rock phosphate. Of course, it contains potash, so there's increment in the potash content. So it contains calcium as well, increment in the calcium content, and increment in the magnesium content. So depending upon the compositions of the rock phosphate, if you are adding around maximum 15%, 10 to 15% of those materials can be added as rock minerals. And the final vermicompost we to analyze, so there is a increase in the contents of this nutrient, total N, total P, and total P, total K, total calcium, magnesium. Rock phosphate has non-detectable nitrogen. It has no nitrogen, but it has other nutrients. So because of that, we are able to increase the quality of the vermicompost by adding this rock mineral, that is rock phosphate. This is total nutrient, but when you apply this nutrient to the soil, for the crop productions, we are more concerned about the available nitrogen. What is I think what is important for us, how much nutrients can be available for the crop uptake. This is the total nutrient. All nutrient may not be available here, but out of this, some portion which comes from as a mineralizable form. the form in which the crop can take the nutrient. Where if the nitrogen is there, it's converted to ammonium nitrogen or nitrate nitrogen, phosphorus is S2PO or SPO4 ions. Ionic conversion, then the plant can take. So if you see the availability of nutrient, if you conventional vermicompost or microbial enriched or the rock enriched vermicompost, in case of the available nitrogen, here it is no conventional. This is the 1326 ppm. But in case of the microbial enrichment, there is a higher availability of the nitrogen. And similarly, there is a small increase in the rock enriched vermicompost because of rock phosphorus and changes. But Olson P, that is your available phosphorus, here it is 900 to 10 watt, it's 7 ppm. And in case of the rock enriched, so there is a huge improvement in the available phosphorus. And similarly, the case of the ammonium acetate potassium means the potash can be available for the crop immediate applications. So this is the advantage of adding these waste materials during the composting process, right? So if the rock minerals, the additives you are adding, the rock minerals, if you add during composting process, so after the final compost, this remains available that comes from the waste as well as the rock minerals. But if you go on adding after the compost is made ready, then you want to add it and put in the field. So this availability may not be there immediately, but after application to the field, the availability may go on increasing. So besides this, also there is an improvement in the biochemical properties. Some enzymes are involved. The enzyme, because when you go for the compost, it's a complete materials. So it includes all nutrients, also some enzymes. So enzyme, because the microbes plays a great role in the soil for the nutrient release pattern. Use the enzymes, the urease activity or acid phosphatase activity, the enzymes. So enzyme compose the populations of the enzymes, they are much higher if you go for the microbial enriched vermicompost or the rock enriched vermicompost. In case of the phosphatase activity, so there's higher in case of microbial enriched or the rock enriched vermicompost. These are the enzymatic activity also better, and definitely when you go for the enrichment of this vermicompost. The purpose of having this enriched vermicompost, this is especially useful for the when you go for the crop specific. So we can blend it, the vermicompost. We can make a vermicompost blending with the natural resources. We can prepare the high quality vermicompost. That's a requirement for the specific group of crops. Suppose you want to grow rice or you want to grow mainly for your vegetables. If you go for vermicompost for the cereal crops or the vegetable crops, most of the vegetables they can respond better to organic fertilizers. But the cereal crops they may not respond as of the vegetable crops. They have the response of cereal crops to organic fertilizer is lower as compared to the vegetable crops. Vegetable crops are better responsive. So here, if you know the vegetables require the different nutrient amounts. Suppose you have potato. Potato has a higher requirement of potash. Some crops like tomato or cabbage, they have higher requirement of phosphorus. So in that case, if you are meeting a nutrient requirement of specific group of crops, you can prepare a customized vermicompost as per the crops. So this will have a very good demand for the city people. When people go for the kitchen garden, they are making they are producing vegetables in their own garden. So for them, they need a packageable things of the vermicompost that can meet the specific group of crops. So by having value additions, you can minimize the requirement, and also that can meet the need of the crop. So this is what I want you to do. Then the packing. That is in the breathable bag. We should not go for the perforation. The aeration should be there. Then you have to make the logo of the company, the producers. Then composition of the main nutrients. Especially you can give the organic carbon, the pH of the products, and the nitrogen, phosphorus, potash. These three must be there. The macronutrient that is essential for better productions. And the crop specific suitability that you can specify. This vermicompost specially suitable for this type of crops. Vegetables means there are a group of vegetables. It can be suitables. Which of the rich crops that is most suitable, that you can specify on the label. Then usage details if possible, but I don't know if you can specify there how much amount to be applied. But this is again the soil specific and also crop specific. So if you have a particular soil, they have the different requirement, and the crops also have different requirement. and specific action of research can do the manufacturing and expiring date. So usually you cannot the store of the compost for the longer periods. So you have to give because storing for longer periods it reduces the value of the compost as well. And so I'll give one as you earlier we had last class number point how you can go for as a business proposal, whether it can be profitable or not. So we have made a calculation based upon a prototype, means 10 beds. Suppose a farmer, a small farmer, he can go for the 10 bed or 20 beds as per his capacity, whether he can get benefit out of this. If you go for the 10 beds, so we have made a cost calculation for 10 beds, right? That means this is for the 10 beds and 6 cycles in a year. So in a year, we are having 6 cycles because it takes around 2 months to get the mature compost. So in a year, we can have a 6 harvest. 6 cycle means you have a 6 harvest from each pit. So you have number of pits you have. Suppose we have made calculation for 10 pits, 10 beds. The size as we have discussed earlier, same size of beds, that is 10 feet length, 3.5 to 4 feet width, and 1.5 to 5 feet depth. For this size of beds of 10 beds, and you have the 6 harvest in a year, but the cost and the benefit analysis. So the construction takes cost around rupees, it's all Indian rupee, 10,000 rupees for the construction of beds, means only adding up bricks and cement. Then the shed construction means shed cost around 40,000. Then cost of machinery and small implement. Machinery means I can say the sieve, you want the sieving machine, or small dryer, or I can have the shed for the drying. The small machine you can have around 10. The cutting also the straw material, waste metal to chopping to bring it small pieces. So that may cost around 20,000. Then cost of the sprinkler irrigation facility, that's around 30,000. So this comes around 1 lakh. For the 10 beds, you need to spend almost 1 lakh for as a fixed cost. And for the consumable expenses, I can see that can vary for the organic waste. Usually, what happens now, you get from the household waste is usually should not make any value because you cannot put a value of the cost for this. But still, we have tried to, because somebody may get somewhere, we have put some cost for organic waste. It may require around 2,250 kg, 30 rupees for the 9,000 kg of organic waste you are using. Then cow dung, this is mainly you have to buy cow dung. Suppose you don't have the cows, or you have to depend. We have also cow dung has some price, so you have to put the cow dung price. Earthworm price, initial price you have put here, but from second year you do not put up the earthworm price, because first year you have to purchase, you have to use it, and from second year onwards, you can use recycle the same earthworm for the compost bed. Then the fungus culture if you are using, so you have put some price for the fungus culture. Then labor cost, usually needs very less labor for the 10 bed maintenance. The family person they can maintain, but some price has been put for the labor cost as well. Electricity charges if you are using that for the irrigation purposes. Packaging and some miscellaneous we have put. So total cost, variable cost comes 58,540 for the first year, and from second year only all cost remains same. But we have not included the earthworm price, because earthworm, whatever you have purchased from the first year, first cycle, that can be used for the second cycle. So how much return will be getting? Suppose from the 10 beds, usually in 1 year, we get the vermicompost 9 ton, and if you take the price of the cost of the vermicompost selling price, rupees 10,000 per ton. That we have taken for the normal vermicompost, and rupees 15,000 per ton for the as enriched vermicompost or the high quality vermicompost. So normal vermicompost, so you can have from vermicompost, and also you can sell the vermiwash as we are discussing last class. That also you can sell this one for the application on the crop vermiwash, and also you can sell earthworm as well, because you get use under earthworm. So you can keep earthworm, rest of earthworm you can some portion you can sell it. So income comes around 1,28,600. So if you see the year wise, what you have done from the year 1, so usually you have the fixed cost almost 1 lakh, and return comes 1 lakh 1 lakh, and the also variable cost 1,58,540, the total cost involved in the first year, and return comes 1,28,600. So there is a negative because you are not able to recover the cost you have because you have investment you have made in the first year, but only this must 29,940 is the negative. But second year you have only variable cost, so return remains same, so you can get almost 83,060 in the second year onwards. That means now from second year onwards, minimum 83,000 from 10 beds, you can get at least 1 lakh return per year in case of the normal vermicompost. And if you go for the enriched vermicompost, this fixed cost remains same. The variable cost that has increased because of the natural minerals you have put, rock minerals, that has some cost. So total cost comes around 1,62,140, and your return comes so 1,73,600, and return first year only 11,460. That means now you pay that period within 1 year. If the cost you have this amount you have spent, that can be recovered in the same year. So from second year onwards, you can have net profit of around 1,24,000 or at least 1,25,000 in a year if you are going for the enriched vermicompost. And this is for the calculation we have made for the 10 beds for a small farmer or the medium farmer. You want to have the vermicompost unit and he want to go for the sale purpose. Usually we don't want he has to sell the vermicompost, he has to use for his own farm for the 10 beds, and you go for the commercial, then he can expand. He can have the more number of beds and he can go for the commercial purpose or business purpose. If somebody want to go for entrepreneur also, they can scale up this one and he can get the profit. This is about the vermicomposting. Then if you see the nutrient management, you see how far we can go for the crops, how to calculate how much nutrient is required for the crops. This is when you go for the application of vermicompost to any crop, we decide how much nutrient has to be applied based upon the recommendations. So recommendation means this is the vermicompost quality based on nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash content. Conventional vermicompost, as you have shown earlier, is microbial enriched vermicompost. This is rock enriched vermicompost and farm-made manure. Farm-made manure is the normal compost where the content is very low as compared to the conventional vermicompost. Farm-made manure contains 0.5% nitrogen, conventional up to 1.5% nitrogen. Your phosphorus 0.2%, your 1% phosphorus, and potash 0.5%, your of course 1% potash. So these are the poor quality conventional vermicompost, but the vermicompost has a better quality because now you can see the enrichment of the quality of vermicompost because of the addition. Here nothing you are doing, everything remains same, only you are adding earthworm. Because of inoculation of earthworm activity and the exit of the earthworm, that increases also the quality of the compost that you see as vermicompost. And on the top of that, this vermicompost, you go for the enrichment or the value additions with the microbial inoculations. You can improve the content of nitrogen, and if you go for the rock enriched, you can improve the content of the phosphorus, potash, calcium, magnesium. Those can be increased by adding the rock natural minerals, rock minerals. So with those type of vermicompost compost we have, suppose you want to go for the application in the field, completely organic farming. You don't depend upon any chemical fertilizers. You want to take care of the field with using the organic management. I have taken a example crop. Suppose the crop is potato. So potato crop. So the nutrient recommendation is how much the nutrient has to be supplied, irrespective of the materials you are using, the sources you are using. And nutrient recommendation that comes from the soil quality. What is the? I think you have covered this training program, soil testing. Usually go for the soil testing. What soil has? We need to know what are the inherent soil properties. So based upon inherent soil properties, how much amount of nitrogen, phosphorus, potash present in soil, and also we need to understand what is the crop demand. Suppose soil has 100 kg nitrogen, or the crop demands 200 kg nitrogen. Then you are shortfall of 100 kg nitrogen. So we need to bridge the gap of 100 kg nitrogen to taking care of the efficiency factor. So how much efficiency of efficient of your material is there, accordingly you can decide how much fertilizer has to be applied. So this recommendation is completely based upon the inherent soil fertility and the crop demand. Based upon that, suppose the recommendation comes around 120 kg nitrogen per hectare, 100 kg P2O5, the phosphorus per hectare, and 150 kg potash per hectare. If this much of amount of nutrient has to be applied for a potato crop. And these are the sources, whether you can apply conventional vermicompost, microbial enriched vermicompost, rock enriched vermicompost, or farmland manure. If you want to meet the requirement of the crop through farmland manure, you see the amount of farmland manure to be used, around 25 tons per hectare. Not to sacrifice the yield loss, to maintain the same yield. If you want to maintain the same yield as of chemical fertilizers, if somebody applies chemical fertilizers, same yield, then you need to apply around 25 tons per hectare. If you go for normal compost, if you go for vermicompost, the value becomes exactly it becomes almost half, 11 tons per hectare. Vermicompost can meet the demand of the crop. If you go for microbial enriched, it may have 8 tons, but if you go for rock enriched, it may be 4 tons. That is what the amount we can reduce, the compost amount can be reduced by making a value additions. That is what we say the enriched vermicompost. And it's very difficult. It may be practically the feasibility is a question whether you can meet the 25 tons of FIM. It's not possible, you cannot get. And also, even vermicompost 11 tons is a huge task from where you can get. So even if 4 tons per hectare also, that becomes a critical task for some farmers. They're not able to get 4 tons of vermicompost per hectare. You are going for potato. So in addition to that, even the 4 tons you are using, but there are some other approaches. These 4 tons also can be minimized to 2 tons. Or maybe 1 ton, that can be possible if you use some other approaches. So that is how we can reduce the depend upon these waste materials, because huge. If you go for the normal, it can only 100 kg, 100 kg, 120 kg nitrogen. Hardly you can use urea. If you get only 250 kg urea, you can get. Where the 250 kg of chemical fertilizers and where the tons of organic manure. So where the cost is involved, say why organic farming is expensive? Because of the cost. If you calculate the cost of this organic manure, it becomes huge. But if you want to purchase this organic manure and apply in your field, then you cannot be profitable. You cannot make organic farming the product profitable. The cost of investment becomes huge and huge. You cannot get the return from these productions. So that means that's organic farming concept. You should not buy things from outside. If you are going for organic farming, you must produce your nutrient in your own farm. You must produce your own organic fertilizers. Your own manure must be produced. Otherwise, it will be very expensive. And if you want to buy the products and use in your field. So this is what we are saying about the adding of the manure. So if you go for, suppose, and I will discuss about the production plan, the nutrient management, I say, so that's a detailed calculation we can not going here. So somebody want to convert his farm to organic. So what the step he should follow? He has 10 hectare land or maybe 5 hectare land. A farmer is a medium farmer having 5 hectare land. He wants to convert his land to organic. How can he convert? Can he convert whole land to organic? Or what approach should be there so that he should not create any loss, he should not make any loss, and that can be profitable. So do so. So it's advisable not to convert the whole land to organic at a time. Suppose he has a 5 hectare land. He should not go for converting whole 5 hectare land to organic at one time. He should go for the step conversion. Divide the field into 4 parts. Suppose he has a field, divide the field into four parts. Field 1, field 2, field 3, and field 4. He has 5 hectare land here. Make it 4 parts. And he can convert slowly this field 1, he can start on converting from today, from this year. And field 2 maybe next year, field 3 maybe next year, and field 4 maybe next year. So likewise, in 4 to 5 years, he can go for converting the whole land to organic, but not at a time. And one thing that when you are going for conversions and your product can be sold as organic, so if you are maintaining the organic way of production, that's just the standards of organic production is followed for at least 3 years. That must be maintained. If for 3 years, there should not be any use of any chemical fertilizers, chemical pesticides, or any synthetic materials, then the product can be labeled as organic, can be sold as organic, and certified as organic, can say. So for that purpose, for 3 years, before 3 years, before 2 years, 3rd year product you can sell as organic. But the past 2 year product, those products goes for the transition. You cannot sell as organic, the transition to organic, not as a completely organic product. That is there. So in case somebody is interested for conversion of land to organic, so instead of having the full conversion, he can go for the step conversions, the part by part. So one part can be converted in this year, and some parts maybe next year, next year. Likewise, he can go for. I'll give you an example on how the conversion can be done. Suppose you have a land here. Okay, how can go for crop selection? I want to grow the organic rice and chickpea. Two crops I want to grow in a field. So my product is the rice and chickpea will be organic. I'll be producing these two products. One is rice and chickpea. So in that case, suppose I have the quantity of the land, the land area known, it may be 5 hectares, it may be 10 hectares, it may be 20 hectares, doesn't matter. So the whole land can be divided into 4 parts. Here, this is 4 fields: field 1, field 2, field 3, field 4. So you start on converting the field 4. Field 4 means you convert this land first to organic. So the initial period, the 2 years, will the transition year 1 and year 2 transition. Then from year 3, your product can be sold as organic. So when you are going for organic certification, so need to apply for agent to apply to the agency for organic certifications. Based upon the agency also will help you to provide the national standards for organic production, NSOP. That must be there. The standard protocol, standards of organic production has to be followed. And you have to follow it from this year onwards, because when you do the organic farming for the 3 years, the final year product can be labeled as organic. So before that, these 2 years are transition products. And during transition, keep in mind that you have to grow some crops, less nutrient demanding crops. Don't grow the crops of the high nutrient demanding. Because you are not using any chemical fertilizers or chemical pesticides, definitely. So you are using only organic, there may be chance of yield loss, and if you are using the high exhaustive crops, then the chances of yield loss will be very high. Instead of that, so go for the crops which needs less nutrient. So examples of that: soybean. Soybean is a crop leguminous. It doesn't require high nutrient demand. It's a very low nutrient demanding crops. Like radish. Radish also requires very low nutrient. You can go for the leafy vegetables like spinach or the lettuce. Those require very low amount of nutrient. So those are any leguminous crops, especially they require low amount of nutrient. So those crops can be grown in the transition years. So the fear of the yield loss can be eliminated. At the same time, having leguminous crop in the system, they can enhance the fertility of the soil. So that's what we are going for the transition periods. These two crops are soybean and radish, growing only organically. And third year products, as rice and chickpea, this product is an organic product, and that can be labeled organic from third year onwards. And during this, first year, when you are going for the converting one part to the organic, the rest part should continue as conventional. We are going for rice chickpea as conventional fertilizer. So what is there now? Whatever the loss you think that you are getting from this field because of the organic farming, low yield, so this loss can be compensated from this conventional farming. So you are getting product here. So whatever loss here, somehow this can be compensated here. So you are not incurring total loss of. That's why we say the step conversion. If you go for the step conversion, so the chances of yield loss or the economy loss of the farmers can be minimized if for the part by part conversion, rather than having a full conversion of the field to organic at a time. So similarly for the field 3, from second year onwards, you go on converting to organic. First 2 years will transition, and third year we have from field 3, third year product can be labeled as organic. And same for the field 2, your transition comes from third years, and field 2 products in fifth year can be labeled as organic. And finally the field 1 starts transition from the fourth year, and in sixth year this product can be labeled organic. That means from sixth year onwards, your whole farm has been swiftly converted to organic. So here the whole farm products are organic. If you are going for any rice chickpea system, this can be labeled as organic. This is one thing. And the one thing you'll keep in mind that whenever you are producing a particular commodity of organic, make sure that the same commodities should not be grown in conventional practice. For example, so this year you are getting the first organic products from third year in one field. So you make sure that in same year, none of the field should have rice and chickpea as a conventional product. That must be there. If you are having the same year of rice and chickpea as conventional product, this will interfere because you have the conventional product, also organic product. It may happen that there may be mixing of the product. So to avoid that one, as a standard protocol, you should not grow same in a particular same area. When you are going for the organic productions, the rice chickpea should not be grown conventionally in any of the field here. That's what we've done in the third year. Though we are going for the is a conventional, so we are going still for soybean radish because we have already starting the labeling a product as a organic. That is what the protocol standard protocol has to be followed when somebody goes for the organic farming. This is about the as a management practices, as a production management, how you will go for organic farming. So now I will take up a question from this from this lecture, then we'll move to the pest and disease management. Yeah, please. Yeah, any question, please?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, I didn't get how to determine the expiry date.
Okay. Let me stop sharing. Yeah, the question is how usually, this organic fertilizer, we don't give the expiry date. What we have analyzed the shelf life of this product. If you produce a particular day, the nutrient content can be remain intact with the normal atmospheric storage up to 3 months or maybe 105 days, 110 days. After 3 to 4 months, there's a deterioration in the quality of the compost. You won't get the same value at the time of what you have produced. So you can safely use what you have produced. So up to 4 months or 3 to 4 months, you can use that one. After 4 months, the quality goes down. You can use that one, it will not get spoiled. You can use that one, but the quality of nutrient what you have at the beginning, so you may not get that quality of nutrient after 4 years, after 4 months, 3 to 4 months. Yeah, could you get me?
And second, yes, sir, I got it. And second thing, sir, when you asked the farmers to not convert whole the farm at one time, but partially we can do that. But even after the completion of 6 years, if a neighboring farmer is not doing the same thing, then even then I can't have a certificate.
Yeah, so good question, because that is also because standard protocol, the national standards for organic productions, it's there. Even if the other farmers are doing the conventional products, even if in your farm also, what you are doing, you are producing rice chickpea in some farm as a organics, but other farm you are growing some other product what conventional. In that case, there should be a proper buffer zones, at least 8 meter. 8 meter buffer zone must be maintained between organic and the conventional product. It should be there. In your farm also, if in your farm you are using the conventional product and also organic products, maybe different product, not same, but the buffer zone of at least 8 meter has to be maintained.
So it will be more beneficial only when it is done on the community basis or cooperative basis, isn't it?
Yeah, that you are right. So if you go for as a producer group of farmers, they do join together and all do agree to have the entire field as organic. That's better. Okay, as a community basis you can go. But still, in individual farmer, it becomes difficult task. But he has to follow the standard procedures if he is going for the organic farming. Definitely, the buffer zone or the gap has to be maintained. But if you are going by the organic certification, otherwise you may not get certification.
Sir, one more point. Actually, people also would suggest to go for live fencing. Okay.
Live fencing.
Yes, sir. In the border, you will have a live fencing. So that 8 meter plus live fencing. So that all the pesticides or something will not enter into your field.
Yes, that's true.
And also trench at the 8th field. Yeah, 8 meter.
Yeah. So that's there because it should be there. The buffer zone should be there. If you go for the fencing also, fencing especially for the drifting of the pesticides, So there may be the drifting of pesticide in the air. So that should be avoided also. Yes.
Sir, we are using channel irrigation, sir. How about certification for channel irrigation, sir?
The irrigation, why do you need certification? No? Because irrigation, you are using the fresh water, right?
Sir, it is coming from distance plates. It is stream water, running stream water.
Okay. So is it contaminated with some metals or some?
Sir, it is in the Pahakis. It's in the hills. I'm from Nilgiris. I'm from Tamil Nadu, Nilgiris.
Okay.
Applied for scope certification from TNSOD.
Okay.
But will this water won't be a problem, sir?
I don't think if it's coming from spring and waterfall, it's really pure water, I think. So there won't be a problem.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Fresh water is not a problem.
So
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, please.
Good evening, sir. I have a doubt.
Yes.
Sir, in making the microbial enriched vermicompost, when we are supposed to add those micronutrients, sir, while we are making that vermicompost bed, at that time itself we have to add, sir?
Yes, when you are loading the waste materials in the compost pit, at that time you can add.
You said per kg we have to add 50 ml of the micronutrients. What would be the amount of micronutrients required for one bed, sir?
No, that's
10 feet by.
This is not microbial culture.
Okay, sir.
This is microbial culture.
Okay, the microbial culture means it is a mix of all that biofertilizers. So what are all you mentioned?
This is all microbes, no live microbes.
Okay.
You have the trichoderma, you have the azotobacter, you have the bacillus. So there are different microbes are there. So microbial culture you add, because once you add, you are not even add, then they go multiply there actually.
Okay, so I can add any one of those microbes, sir?
No, if you
add
all together, it's better because you have the nitrogen fixing, phosphate solubilizing, and the potash releasing bacteria. You can add together all, mix together.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes, some questions. Somebody is asking some question. There's interruption. Yeah, please.
Yeah, sir, what I'm saying, in Bihar, sir, we use water for irrigation from canals. So, some other people, if spray some pesticide or something in there, that will flow in rainwater and will be creating us a problem in certification.
Oh, that's yes, that's correct. It may be case, but no, that's why we are suggesting community farming. So if
that's true, sir. But what I also want to say is that our water is also contaminated also. So is it possible there, or there is some problem, sir?
If you are getting a canal,
earlier people were producing tobacco there.
Yes.
So it is already contaminated.
So in that case, what about the groundwater?
So even the groundwater is contaminated, sir.
Oh, then that's the issue. If the groundwater is still contaminated, then you need to go and test what is what are the materials contaminated? You have any idea? Is it pesticides?
Yeah, pesticides, sir. Tobacco cultivation, overuse of pesticides are there.
Because those area has been they are using the huge amount of pesticide earlier. That might be the case.
Yeah.
So in that case, unless until the whole community they get sensitized, it may take some time to have a good water. Because if you stop on applying pesticides, and if you go for continuous application, that may be because of the excessive use of pesticide in the past years. That has
yeah. So it is difficult there.
Yeah, so not only because you're single.
Arsenic, actually, basically it is contaminated by arsenic.
Oh, arsenic, yeah. Arsenic contamination is also a serious issue now. So those area where arsenic contamination is there, I don't know how much level the water will be there. It may be contaminated. And especially, you apply the irrigation water, arsenic gets accumulated for rice crop is much easier than other crops. And
okay.
It needs a flooding condition actually. Not normal aerobic condition, arsenic may not be available for the crop. And if soil has arsenic,
Yeah, no, soil not. Water is contaminated with arsenic. And the area also get regular flood also, but even that, even then, it is highly contaminated with arsenic.
Okay, so there are some filters are they are using, arsenic filter is there.
Not right.
And also there's some microbial inoculant is there. So those microbes are released in the field. So they don't make the arsenic available for the crops. They make it unavailable for.
Okay.
Microbial process.
Okay, so can you name them?
Field level large scale application process. This is only for experimental purpose. People have tried. So if the area is the arsenic contaminated, so there are specific microbes that can be released in the field. So the job of microbes is to get the arsenic and consume the arsenic, makes it unavailable for the crops.
Okay, sir.
But large scale application, that may question whether it can be applied for large field only for the experimental purpose. It has come in nature also. Few scientists they have experimented this in a small field, and they are successful. There are some microbes they can eliminate this arsenic.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, we in Nilgiri, sir.
Yes, please.
We are water bowl to 5 districts in Tamil Nadu.
Yeah.
So there were lots of misuse of fertilizers and chemicals here, sir. So now we have announced our district to become organic district in next 3 years' time. We are in the conversion process, sir.
Very good. Excellent.
We have applied for around 4,800 farmers for scope certification from TNOCD.
Good.
Tamil Nadu Certification Department.
Right. So that type of movement should be there. This because when you can make awareness among the community, because organic farming, if one individual wants, he cannot do. It should come through community. That what we have tried is a great report. People should get sensitized. They should try to minimize the use of chemical fertilizers and chemical pesticides.
And I am the resource person for that movement, sir. And I have been trained by IFSSR, Indian Institute for Farming Systems and Research, Modipuram, sir.
Oh, very good. What's your good name, please?
My name is Motesh Mohan, sir.
Okay, good. Nice to hear from you.
Because from yesterday I'm following your classes. Now today's class was even more better because you were talking about enriched vermicompost, where our major crops are potato, carrot, and garlic is our main crops, sir.
Right.
And plantation crops, we have more number of tea.
Okay.
So tea, what we are doing as organic is only during we are mulching.
Okay.
We prune, we don't take that stems and leaves outside the field.
Okay.
We mulch there and there only. So,
Right.
and some microbial solutions are being used for them to decompose gradually.
Right.
In 4 months' time, the canopy is developed. The tea plant canopy is developed. So there is no need for use of weedicide or germicide.
That's a very good practice. No, in our campus also here, the non-traditional area for tea. So we are also growing tea and through organic. We are not applying any chemical fertilizers and pesticides. So as you told, we are not going for mulching definitely, but we have the organic, the vermicompost. We are using only vermicompost here. No use of chemical fertilizers. You don't require any pesticide as well.
Okay. No, pesticide we have not gone, sir.
Yeah.
We are in our first year of conversion. So this year we didn't have much of that red spider mite attack.
Okay.
So in future course, we plan to use some wettable sulfur, which is permissible in organic farming.
Right. Yes. Some salts can be used. That's allowed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Sir, I have one more doubt, sir.
Please.
So, where we can test the nutrient level of the enriched vermicompost, sir? Is it the same lab where we do the soil testing?
Yes.
And what is the procedure for that, sir? Like
Same
soil
lab.
testing, they have some set of procedures, right, sir?
Yes, yes. That procedures is there. So you are using the normal vermicompost or enriched vermicompost. You have to take the help of same laboratory, same procedures. Same procedure followed for the conventional vermicompost or enriched procedure remains same.
Oh, just we have to take it to the straight to the lab. That's it,
Yes,
sir.
yes. You have to take the lab and do analysis there.
Okay, so thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if any more question, otherwise we'll go to next lecture, that's a pest and disease management.
Fine, sir.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So is the slide visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have one NPTEL course that's running regularly. That's a course on organic farming for sustainable agriculture productions. Usually that gets separated every year, in the month of July. And this year, last year this year is over already. And almost every year 6,000 students they do register for this subject. And also you have certifications after completion of the course. This is an 8 weeks course. Here we have discussed everything about the starting from the quality of the food, land preparation, management, nutrient management, how to calculate the nutrient, pest and disease, marketing, everything we are concerned. We have covered this course, 8 weeks course, almost 40 lectures, each week 5 lectures, and 8 weeks 40 lectures are there. So if somebody is interested, because the many are attending, if somebody is interested to learn more about this organic farming, so they can register for this subject for the course. It is running every year. So it started from 2 or 3 years before. And this is a full-fledged course for students from anywhere in India or in abroad also. They can register for this. This is online course only. So the exam also gets conducted online. Just say you can be there in your own city, and there you can appear for the exam.
How to register?
There is a advertisement comes from our institute for the NPTEL course. So if you send me mail also, I'll connect with the people. This year already over. Next year you can register for the next year.
So is it NPTEL online certificate?
Yeah, NPTEL online certification course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the NPTEL?
National Program for Technology Enhanced Learning. That is from MHRD. Ministry of Human Resource Development. That almost many IITs are involved. There are several courses are going on. Around huge number of courses. Students from the other universities, other places, all over the India, they to register for this course. Starting from all fields. Computer science, civil, mechanical, biological science, medical science. So many subjects are there for the NPTEL. You can go to their website, also NPTEL website. You can find the information will be available there. You can search in Google also. You will get all the information. NPTEL online certification course.
So this is only from IIT Kharagpur, right?
And this organic farming only from IIT Kharagpur.
Okay.
But there are so many subjects are there from different IITs and from all disciplines. And the purpose is this having this NPTEL, what ministry idea having this NPTEL course also. The students from other universities, they can get the benefit through online. There is no need of coming to institute, physical presence is not required, so even by virtual, You need to register, and there is no payment for attending the course. If somebody goes for the appearing exam, then some marginal fees has to be paid probably.
So is there any selection criteria for getting enrolled into this online course, sir?
Not so, unless until very specific to a particular subject. If they have any subject, they want some prerequisites right now. There are some subjects they need prerequisites. If you go for computer science, any subject, in that case only there may be eligible criteria. Otherwise, many subjects are open.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Well, so we'll discuss about the pest and disease management in organic farming. So when you go for as we are not using any chemical pesticides, so it's really challenging how to protect the crop from pest and disease. In general, you can find the organic farming itself, the organic crops are less affected by pest and disease if you do only organic way. But it may happen that you're the neighbor farmers they're using the chemical process, chemical pesticides. So so whatever the pests come to their field, so they may drip to your field also if you are going organic. So that's the problem happens. So in this case, the farmers' cooperation is very important. If you want to go for organic farming, so it will be very successful on community basis. If a whole community they decide to go for organic, that can be a better success than having the individual or the isolated cases, which becomes very difficult to control the crops, especially from pest and disease. If around the fields they are using the chemical pesticides, and probably your crops will be mostly infected by the pesticides. If there is a crops around your field are the chemical farming. That's what important for the community farming. Very, very important to go for the community farming. Community people go together and they decide to go for organic farming. I can give you only a small example. One farmer in US, he brought some the corn seed. It's a very good quality corn seed, high quality. And he wanted to, he distributed those seeds to neighbor farmers around his field where the farmers are there. He distributed. Though some farmers, somebody may question about, you have got a good quality seed, So if you grow, then you will get, better returns, so higher productivity, and you will get the better market. So why do you want to distribute this seed to other farmers? And because other farmers will get the same return, the same productions. So you may, because the market value may go down, you may not get that much of price as others will be getting. So if you do alone, then you can get a better value. Why are you distributing this to other farmers? Because they will be your competitors in market. So what the farmers reply, He told me, if I do alone in this good quality seed, I will not get that type of production what is expected to have. If the farmers around my field, my neighbor farmers, they do the same seed, then my production will go up. I cannot do in isolated basis that my corn will give the better yield, because around my field, the corns are the poor quality. Because during the pollination process also, because their seeds, the pollinator can come to my crop, and my crop quality will go down. If around my field there are also same type of corn, then my production will go up. So that is what's a community farming, I can say. So if you are doing some good thing or the good variety or the good practice, if others should follow, then you will get the benefit. If others they don't follow, others are you are using a good seed, but around your field there is very bad quality seeds, then you may not get that much of productions as you are expecting, as supposed to get, because of the around your field the variety are not of good quality. When you go for the cross pollination, the insects, the pollinators are there, so they do move from field to field, and your quality goes down because of the cross pollination process. So that's what I said. The community farming is very important in case of any practice you need to follow. So pest and disease management. So if you go for organic, there are 3 levels of pest and disease management: level A, level B, and level C. Level A, that is the first line of defense. I can say most of the organic farming systems are in such a way as if you follow the standard protocol, it's used to control the pest and disease. If the proper protocol is followed, they used to control. The first line defense is the managing insect pest. This is a system-based approach, you can say. organic farming, the system-based approach, which is resilient enough, we can protect the crops from pest and disease. Well-designed and healthy organic system will naturally have fewer pest problems. System is designed to prevent pest and disease because we usually follow for the crop rotations, go for the crop diversifications. Those are the principles of organic farming. If you follow the principles, and in that way, we can eliminate the pest and disease pressure in organic farming. However, there are many pest and disease. So you go for the level B that must be there, the physical and mechanical methods. So in this case, the physical and mechanical discuss what the physical and mechanical. So this is the level B. The second line of defense is utilized if the practice of level A are not sufficient. Usually, we go for the physical method. We discuss about the physical method. Generally includes mechanical and physical practice in the tradition in the organic farming. So in addition to this, the level C, when these two probably sometimes this may not be sufficient to control the pest and disease, we go for the level C, that is use of biopesticides. So that is level C, where you use the chemical is only biopesticides. So level A, level B must be there in any organic farming practice. We must follow the organic farming itself in level A, and we should go for the physical and the mechanical method of pest and disease control. At the same time, in case will also depend upon the biopesticides for controlling pest and diseases. So level A, I don't think I'll discuss a lot. Is all the cultural practices we follow organic farming. Selection of the resistant varieties. Usually the variety is not susceptible to the pest and disease. Clean seed and planting. So this I am skipping this one. Clean seed and planting as the organic farming protocol, standard operating procedures. Crop rotations, you have to go for the don't grow same crops year after years, and crop diversification, go for the intercropping, soybean and the maize intercropping, having different crops at the same time in the field, and the crop diversification, more number of crops. So the pest and disease pressures can be minimized because having the different type of host. So the crop rotations are having the different crops, one crop after another crop should not be repeated, and the intercropping, the crop diversification should be there to protect the crop from pest and disease as the principles of the organic farming. And moderate fertilization, that is very important. Don't go for the excess fertilizer, especially if you go for the excess fertilizer. So there is a pest outbreaks becomes severe because of the crop becomes very succulent. Balance supply is important. So supply of organic matter. So organic matter, what happens? Increases the density and activity of microbes in soil. Having the organic fertilizer, organic manure in the soil. So microbial population increases. So because if the higher number of the beneficial microbes, but the harmful microbes population gets reduced because of food shortage for them. Because the microbes also needs foods for their own survivals. The competition is more number of the beneficial microbes. The microbes, these are the make adverse effect on the crop. The harmful in pest and disease, it can be eliminated. Pathogens can be eliminated. And the organic matter that stabilizes soil structure definitely, that improves aeration and water holding capacity of soils, strengthens the plant's defense mechanism by secretion of certain substance. As we discussed earlier also last class, if you are going for organic, so there is the phytohormones. You can see if you phytohormones means the plant secondary metabolites. The secretion is better if you are going for organic. If you go for chemical fertilizer, the secretion of the plant hormone, phytohormones, that gets reduced. That's why the pest in chemical farming. So there is a more vulnerable pest and disease because of there is no plant phytohormones in the products of chemical farming. But in case of organic farming, they have the phytohormones, so that protect the crop from many pest and diseases, natural defense mechanism. Then application of suitable soil cultivation method, that's the decomposition of the infected, facilitate the decomposition of infected plant parts, regulate the weeds which serve as a host, because weed control is very important, protect the beneficial soil microflora. Use proper water management, that means you don't go for the overflooding that welcomes many pest and diseases. Conservation of natural enemies, that is also very important if you go for the organic farming. So that we are not discussing much here. And selection of optimum planting time, so cultural practices, the purpose is that if the crop is healthy, so this has its own defense mechanism to protect itself from pest and disease. So if you are going for optimum planting time, and this is very important to have a spacing. What we have seen, farmers don't want to sacrifice the land. So they want to give a pinch of land, they have to grow the crops. In a large field or any type of field is there, at least there should be certain gaps. If you keep a gaps, a space after certain distance, after every 1.5 to 2 meter, the farmers should leave at least 50 centimeters. They should not grow any crop there, which they are not doing. Especially for the rice cultivation, you can see the continuous row, there is no space. If you keep a space in between, that makes a better irrigations, right? And also the solar radiation interception will be better having a space in between. If you might have noticed, the crops on the border of the field, they are the better productive, they are the high yield. You can see the growth is much better than the crops remain in the center of the field. The reason that no crops are in the border, they get the more solar radiations than the crops at the center. So it's essential to have a space, the border, the gap area after certain distance. If you 1.5 to 2 meter, if you give a space of at least 50 to 60 centimeter, that will be helpful for better growth and development, and also that facilitate the movement of the farmers for taking care of the crops when they go for the weed management or the pest and disease management. They can move in that channel and take care of the crops. So the space is very important for the aerations, and in that we have seen from our experiment also. Having a space that can minimize your pest and disease pressure, not only that one, also that can improve the production because of the if the rice, if you give space, that increases tiller formation and increases number of the grains per panicles. As you know, the productivity goes up in case of the having a space in the field after every 1.5 to 2 meter. Yes, use of proper sanitation measures. So discard the infected plant parts should be regularly removed from the field. Don't keep those things, so that way you can minimize the pest and disease. And that is one thing. Cover crops, no. Cover crops like grass, rapeseed mustard are effective for suppressing nematodes. And trap crops. There are some crops like marigold. It is well established, no. The marigold act as a trap crop because this attract the insect pest towards this crop. If the main crop is protected, if you are having a trap crop, the trap crop can be there in the field. Usually farmers to have in the border area they to put trap crops, or inside after few alternate rows you can have the marigold, so that the insects are attracted to the marigold, and this should be the whenever you see the insect and the marigold, the plant has to be removed, taken away. So that way trap crop is also introduced in the organic farming. So to attract to protect the crop from the pest and diseases, the marigold act as a good trap crop. And that is for the cultural practices. So level B, the physical method, mulching. So as you know, the gentleman was explaining about this mulching. They are doing mulching in case of tea. So heavy mulching that can minimize the pest and disease pressure, the contamination, soil contamination with the pathogens, and minimize the pest and disease pressure. Canopy management, the canopy trimming, the cleaning, that is very important in case of the horticultural crops, orchard crops. The overshading that allows that that welcomes many pest and diseases. So to avoid that one, that is regular trimming of the canopy. If you go for canopy trimming means that increases air flow and decreases the outbreak of the disease. And the solarizations, sometimes you go for covering soil with the plastic mulchings, or you can go for the summer plowing. Usually you go for summer plowing in case of the hot summer. You plow the field. That increases soil temperature. That way you can minimize, you can kill most of the harmful pest and diseases. And this is the trap. I think you might be aware about this light trap. This is also used for the to attract pest and disease. Yellow sticky traps. This type of sticky traps, they can be used in the field. They can be kept. This may be a grease oil can be put on the yellow traps. The grease oil you can put. So many of the insect pests, they are attracted towards the yellow color and they get trapped here, actually pested here. So that way we can control the pest and disease. So this can be used as the amount. The number of traps can be around 2 to 5 sticky traps per 500 meters square of the field area. So this type, farmers can prepare by own, nothing to be this only, even if the cardboard, making it yellow color and pasting the grease oil and putting in the field. That they can do. In that way, because they can take care of many pests and diseases. The pests are attracted towards the yellow color and they are trapped there. Having the grease pest, some gum type materials, they are pasted here, and you can control the pest and diseases here. And also there is one pheromone trap. That's also very traditional. People farmers used to pheromone trap. This is also the chemicals that's used in the pheromone trap to attract the insects. and it's useful for the to lure insect and successful mating disruptions. So that can be a pheromone trap that is also used in the field, so that insects are gets attracted here because of chemicals given here, and to reduce the mating, and also insect population can be minimized having this pheromone trap. And the fruit bagging, so it's a difficult task, of course, in the orchard crop. So it's bagging so many fruits. Somebody has done this one, but it's not feasible. And we can go for the tagging of each and every fruit to protect from the pests and diseases. Particularly in case of organic farming, they are trying to protect the crop by having this such type of fruit bagging. But she'll be doing one by one becomes too much cumbersome process, difficult process. This is about the level A and level B. If somebody wants to farmers, they want organic farming, so they can the organic the protocols itself is as a to protect the crops from pest and disease. At the same time, we follow physical and mechanical methods. So it's very light trap or sticky traps, the sticky cards, the yellow sticky cards. That is also very useful. Farmers in Kerala, West Bengal, I have seen those farmers that are going for the vegetable crops. They are using this the yellow sticky cards in the field, and you can find many of the insect pests that get attracted, and also can minimize some of the pest and disease pressure. And level C, also biopesticide. Whenever these two methods that don't work, the farmers that depend upon biopesticides. So you can from the natural source for the plant-based products. So the chemical many plants they have some chemical compounds they can use for pest and disease control. So neem is one of them. The neem oil, you can see the neem oil. So these are the mode of action and the inhibiting the development of eggs or larva formations and the mating and sexual communications are larva and adults are repelling. So almost all this the natural products, they don't kill the insect like chemical pesticides. What happens? They do make a paralysis and they do repelling actions. They do repel the pesticide, the pest and disease from the crop. So what formulation is there? So in neem-based formulation, ground 30 gram neem kernel and mix in 1 liter of water. So neem kernel powder in 1 liter of water. Leave that that overnight. You can keep it. The next morning, I go for the filtrations and can spray in the crop field. Usually, the 30 grams per liter of the water. And by spraying, of course, you can keep it for some more periods. And spraying can be done in the afternoon hours. So usually, don't spray this the organic products in the morning hours because some of the compounds they get deactivated in the solar radiations. So 30 gram the neem kernel powders with 1 liter of water that can be used for spraying and to protect the crop from pest and disease. Even neem oil also market. Neem oil you can use as 30 to 40 ml of neem oil in 1 liter of water. So that can be sprayed over the crop canopy to protect the crop from pest and disease. Also spraying should be done at a regular interval. No, you should not wait for the pest and disease to appear, then you can go on spraying. The regular basis as a preventive measures, not to have any pest and disease. Then this is one of the compound pyrethrin. Pyrethrin means this is the chrysanthemum flower. The dried chrysanthemum flower. So the compound called chemical pyrethrin that is from the chrysanthemum flower. This can be pyrethrin causes immediate paralysis to most insects. So they don't kill the insect, but as a knockdown effect, they do paralyze the insect. Pyrethrin breaks down very quickly in sunlight, and so they should be stored in darkness. Don't keep it open space. So how can prepare the pyrethrins? That can be a pyrethrin powder. Take mix 20 gram of pyrethrin powder in 10 liter of water. So that can be done within the chrysanthemum flowers, the dried flowers. That can be grinded, and that powder 20 grams in 10 liter water, and soap is added for the absorbed in the leaf, and that can be applied as a spray, and should be applied in the evening hours. Not in the morning hours. This is also very effective. If this has been tested also, this pyrethrin becomes very effective in controlling pest and disease in the powder up from the chrysanthemum flower. And nicotine, that is from tobacco. that is also can be nicotine tobacco leaf stem and dry tobacco leaves. So this can be grinded and that can be used in water and can be sprayed. This is also that repels insect nicotine also harmful for human being as well. Formulation generally contains nicotine and 40% nicotine sulfide. So mostly the effective against the soft body insect like aphids, whiteflies, fruit tree borers, termites, cabbage butterfly larvae. So this nicotine is from tobacco that can be produced and that can grind it, tobacco leaf can grind it and can be mixed with water, can be spread also. And the other natural way what farmers can do, but this is, I don't say this is tested experimentally, but nothing harm in trying this one. It's all natural one. People from natural farming, zero budget, they have also recommended this one. And though you have not experimented this one, but this can be applied regularly, like water with the urine and cow urine and green chili and garlic. So they can be 100 liter of water, 10 liter of urine, 1 kg green chili, 500 gram garlic. So they can be mixed together, go for boiling, then filtering, keep it fermentation for 1 week, then go for spraying. As already is 100 liter water and 1 kg, so you can go for directly spraying on the crop field. Because some farmers, they had some problem that there may be some spotting was there. Because some farmers they use, we have prepared, some farmers they use that one. But they complained after application there may be some leaf spots. It's used to protect the crop from pest and disease, no doubt, but there are some leaf spots. In that case, you have to, if you give a concentration, it may be very concentrated one, it may happen the leaf spotting. Otherwise, 100 liter water, we are using only 10 liter water and 10%, 10 liter urine and 1 kg green chili and 500 gram of garlic. So that way, it works better. It because a few farmers they have used and they have given satisfactory report. They are used, they could be able to control pest and disease. Because you have to apply regularly, not that after the pest does this. In organic, in biopesticide, one thing that if you think that the pests have already appearance is there, then you want to control it becomes very difficult. It's as a preventive measure, not to have the pest. It acts as a repelling agents, not to allow the pest and disease to appear on your crop. And another is the, I say, neem and cow dung urine. So there's 100 liter water, 5 liter of urine, 5 kg neem leaves, 5 kg cow dung. This can be mixed together. And the fermentations and filtering, then you can go from directly spraying on the crop field. This is the seed treatment for the, instead of going for the chemical, we usually go for the fungicide treatment, so not to have any pest disease attack. You can go for the seed treatment because sowing the seeds, let's say 5 kg cow dung, 5 liter of cow urine, 20 liter of water. So that can be prepared and you can mix with 50 gram of limes and application to seeds. Usually you are using 2 gram per kg of seed in case of the babistin or the fungicides for seed treatment. Instead of using babistin, you can prepare these formulations and that seeds can be dipped for around 10-15 minutes, half an hour. Seeds can be dipped and that can be, before sowing of the seeds, you can dip the seeds and then you can go for the sowing. Then the soil treatment also, this is with the 200 liter of water, 10 kg cow dung, 10 liter of cow urine, 2 kg jaggery, 2 kg false cloth, and handful of soil. So this is what they have mixed together, and then.
Sir, the screen is blank. Hello, your screen is blank.
So not given.
Yeah, yes.
Voice was not clear.
Sorry?
Voice was not clear earlier.
Sir, your screen is blank. Your voice has gone.
Oh,
Nothing is visible. Nothing is audible.
oh my God. Okay, just a moment.
Sir, voice is clear.
Voice clear? Okay.
Yes.
Now voice and screen both are clear, sir. Screen also I can.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Screen is not visible, sir.
Screen also visible. Sir, screen also visible.
Okay, so maybe those are problem. They are problem from their side probably. You can pick from your side.
Yeah, there are two screens for sir. One is PPT and one is voice. So you have to pin that PPT one.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So this is one of the formulations. Go for the soil applications. You can go for the 200 liter water, 10 kg cow dung, 10 liter cow urine, 2 kg jaggery, and 2 kg pulse floor, any type of pulse floor, and handful of soil. Because usually when you get the soil, usually we do recommend the soil should be from the rhizosphere area of the asostha tree, people tree. From the asostha tree soil, because there is some root secretion, and that has a tremendous effect on controlling pest and disease. If you bring a handful of soil from the rhizosphere area of that people tree, so that will be very effective in controlling pest and disease. So that soil is mixed here with the cow dung, cow urines, and the jaggery and the pulse floor. And if you go for fermentation, for one fermentation can be sprayed with irrigation water, or it can be as evaporated directly in the soil. So it supports the nutrients requirement. Yes, please. Yes, please.
So what is jaggery?
Jaggery means good.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this is about some of the farmers they can do. So you have to follow some precautions when using this pesticides. So pyrethroids are not poisonous for humans, but and warm-blooded animals. So even though, so as per when you are applying any pesticides, you have to follow the standard protocols. You have to wear the masks. Without masks, don't. Sometimes you are breathing. Somebody has some problem, and wash everything. So these are normal procedures to be followed for any pesticide and the applications. This is what we have noted for the biopesticide as well. So these are some of the approaches. So we do farmers. Some farmers they are trying to make their own farm, own field, because this is not expensive one. These things are available locally, and this can be prepared by farmers in their and can be applied in their own crop. Yeah, this is about the biopesticides. So if you have any questions, we can take the questions. And I have also a few lectures for process organic certifications. If you want, I can finish. We can go for discussion. That will be better, I think.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, please.
How effective are these biopesticides, and total eradication is possible of pest and disease?
That is what I say. You should not wait. There is the appearance of pest and disease. You can apply. They are not going to kill the pest and disease. They are all repelling agent.
Okay.
Okay. So you need to apply before the appearance as a preventive measure. Then you will be able to control. So that's a regular application every 1 week. After every 1 week, go on applying. Then you will be able to control the pest and disease. That means not to allow to have pest and disease. Once
So we have to.
But there are some process people are being successful using their appearance, they are able to control.
Okay. So we have to apply every week.
Yeah.
But same formulation or different formulations?
With formulation you can try. If you can experiment different formulation, you can do that one also.
Okay.
You can also do for different formulation.
Sir, my
Yes.
question is that even after the precautions that we take, and
Yes.
still the crop gets infected or infested by the pest,
Mm-hmm.
so what should we do then? If it is not getting controlled by the these measures. So what shall we do?
So
then?
if you fail all the
Shall we go to the chemical ones, or
if you fail all the biological measures to control your pest and diseases, then you have no option. You have to go for the chemical, no, that your product can be sold as organic. Okay, or if you want to, because no, you have to take care. As such, what happens if you are following proper organic way? In general, the organic the crops, they are the less vulnerable to pest and disease. In general, approach. So in addition to that, you follow all the physical methods and the mechanical methods. You have to do all practice. You have to use the sticky traps, light traps, or the pheromone traps. Those things you have to use. In spite of this, also you have to go for the biopesticide application regularly. In spite of these, even you have the pest and disease. So that is because of the neighboring farmers. That may happen because neighboring farmers, they have farm crops. They are using the chemical pesticides, and when there is the attack of the pest and disease, those pests do come to your field. In that case, it is very control. I don't want you to sacrifice your crops because you cannot see the crops dying. If in case of you are going for, you cannot apply the chemical pesticide because once you apply, then you have to wait for 3 years, as per the rules. So minimum 36 months should be there organic. You have to grow organically. Then you can get the organic certifications. For that process, you have to try your best to have the organic. Otherwise, I don't say if you are going for certification, you should not go for only chemical pesticides. Yeah.
okay? Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, can you see my slide?
Yes, sir, we can see your slide.
Okay. So let me finish only this organic certification. Then I will have. So because organic certification, why should you go for organic certification? So this is
Sir.
Yes.
सर आई हैव क्वेश्चन सर
Please.
सर ये सर जो आपने सॉइल ट्रीटमेंट का बताया था फर्मेंटेशन में, तो ये फर्मेंटेशन के लिए कितने दिन के लिए रखना है?
1 week.
1 week.
1 week, yes. 7 days.
7 days. After 7 days, I will apply in our field.
Yes, yes.
Sir, sir, एक
Can I take
special
I finish only 3 or 4 slides are here. Let me finish this one, then we can discuss. It will be better, I think.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is for the organic certification process. So this is certification means the system is a quality assurance initiative intends to assure quality, prevent fraud, and promote commerce. Because if you go for marketing, then certification is must. Certification promotes the marketing for the benefit of the producer and consumer as well. This is third-party assurance from the producer to consumer, and assurance to the consumers that their concern for health food has been addressed. This is what the effective marketing tools. Once you are certified, then you can get a proper marketing of your produce. So that is what you go for the certifications. So what is the EM? I am not discussing EM for organic certifications. So the requirement to maintain certifications. So develop and adhere to organic system plan. You must follow the national the standards for organic productions, that protocol that must be followed when you go for the organic certification, applying for certifications, right? Clear. A description of practices and procedures to be performed and maintained, and list of each substance to be used as a production or handling inputs, indicating its consumption, source, and locations where it should be listed. Because when you go for certification, the documentation is very important. Because the standard protocol, the standards of organic production that you are following, that of course you will get from the certification agency. They will provide you that one once you apply for certifications. And so there the documentation is a very special issue because you have to maintain everything what you are adding here. Then description of the record keeping system, that's also documentation very important, and description of the all management practices that you are following in your farm that must be documented. And this is what often from use of prohibited materials is very common. So annual inspections that will be done by the certification agency. Then maintenance of record or minimum of 5 years. When you go for the applying certifications, So if you are planning to go for organic farming, so 5 years ahead we are going. So now you can go for meet the certification agency and go for applications, and you have to keep the record for minimum 5 years as you are applying for the organic certifications. Then correct use of organic labels and claims of the organic integrity for the products, and use of organic seeds is recommended, but many times may not get the organic seeds. In that case, commercially available seeds are allowed. And the labeling, what is organic certification labeling requirement? You have to label the products. Labeling is very important. How can label? So single ingredient products that may be labeled as organic. Single ingredient means, so if you are producing like rice and wheat, so there you are not going for the as a preservative or as a processed product. These are the fresh products, rice and wheat. In that case, if you are following the organic farming practice and they are produced all through organics, and the processing also, there is the isolated processing, during processing, your products are not mixed with the conventional products. In that case, you can go for the labeling as a organic products. But some cases, multi-ingredient products means for the processed products like tomato sauce or any Maggi or the chow mein, those are the processed products where you are adding some preservative additives are there. So those processed products, how can label it organic? In that case, when the ingredients are added, where there is minimum of 95% of the ingredients are of organic origin, so this product may be labeled as certified organic. The ingredients you are using, additives you are using, they should be of organic origin. You can find many food industry like sweet, colored sweets. The color materials are using many places they are using the chemical constituent of coloring. If you are using the organic the color of organic origin from the plant-based products, natural origins, and also that product that is grown as organically, so that way you can the product can be labeled as certified organic when minimum of 95% of the ingredients are of organic origin. And when less than 95% but higher than 70% of the ingredients are of the organic origins, this can be labeled as made with organic ingredient. But cases where less than 70% of the ingredients are of organic origin, such products may not be labeled as organic. So these are when you go for the fresh products, single ingredient or the multi-ingredient products, how you can label as a organic products. So there is some national program of organic productions. This is internationally recognized. That is for the NPOP standard for India. Different countries have different standards. So in India, we have the standard NPOP, National Program for Organic Productions. So that has equivalence agreement with European Union, with Switzerland, and also USDA. They follow because our NPOP in conformity with the standards of these countries, other countries. So that means the product certified by Indian certification body can be exported without the need for recertifications in the above countries. From USA, Indian certification bodies issue certificate based on the NOPJ USA standard, National Organic Program Standard is a USA standard. Based upon USA standard, the NPOP is of the Indian standard. So this is what when you go for the quality control, we go for the C standard, then accreditations, inspections, finally go for the certifications. So this is the standards, means the standard you can get from the best, not the minimum requirement, not the best practice. That should be proper organic standard must be followed. So I'm not following this and this one. Accreditation means there are some bodies are there. This is the certification agency. Like India we have guaranteed the certification program is competent to carry out the specific tasks. The operative body depend the policy standards. In India we have the NPOP, National Program for Organic Productions, and then European Union, IFOM, that's International Federation of Organic Agriculture Movement, NOP, that's National Organic Program, that's USA, and Japanese Agricultural Standard, that's for Japan. So there are different standards for different countries, and our standard NPOP in accordance with the many of the countries' organic standard. So this is already accredited, and then inspection that is for the when you go for the certification agency in the site visit, the site inspection. I am not going for that. Finally, the certification is issued based upon the formal procedure if you follow the procedures. So these are the governing body, you can say, for the certifications. the operational structure of National Program for Organic Productions, NPOP. The members are from the Ministry of Commerce and Ministry of Agriculture. They do form the National Steering Committee for National Program of Organic Production, SCNPOP. And the members from the Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of Agriculture, and this NPOP, they do formulate the National Standard for Organic Productions and also National Accreditation Policy Program. NSOP or NAP, these are formulated by the the steering committee. And these are the technical committee. Also, the members come from the steering committee. They do review regularly. This is a dynamic one, not that today what is that will be continuing for 10 years till 10 years. The dynamic one, they do sit regularly, maybe every 2 years, 3 years, they evaluate, and this is the technical committee. They give recommendation to the NPOP, and also this NPOP, they have the national accreditation body, and they have through NPOP, and they do have the evaluation committee. The evaluation committee, what is the job? They do make the evaluation accreditations of the inspection and certification agency. In India, there are around 30 plus certification agencies are there. This agency, they are evaluated, and the committee is set up by the national. The agency, they are accredited by this evaluation. The evaluation committee gives feedback to national accreditation body, and they do this agency, they are accredited by this NPOP. And so the farmers or the producers, or when they want to go for the organic certifications, they need to apply this certification agency. And certification agency, they do correlate with connect with the APEDA. APEDA is the secretariat, and they get the standards, the national standards for organic productions. That standards are also communicated to the producers, and they have to follow the standards. What are the operational protocol? They do get from the inspections and the certification agency where they are applying. So once they get done, and they have to follow these standards, and as per the time procedures, there's inspections, site visits, and they visit, they do verify they are satisfied with the performance of these farmers or the producers, then they have to go to issue the certifications as a individual basis. And also there is certifications. These are I am not discussing this one, the same we are discussing here. There is a group certifications are the grower group certification as a discussion the community basis. If somebody goes for community farming, group of farmers are there. So in that case, you can apply as a grower group, not an individual basis. So there are also internal quality systems. So in this certification agency, they do identify some of the persons, local persons who can do their job on their certification body. They can do their job. They can because mainly there's advanced farmers in that group. They can be chosen in a group of internal quality systems. They do monitor. They do undertake all these activities, and they do communicate with the certification body. In that way, the whole group, the grower groups, they can get the organic certification. So applying the individual basis, the group can be given the certification. So these are the some of the minimum requirement, and we are going for the organic farming. One of the components is hydroponics. It's a very I think many people are getting our hydroponics and the vertical farming. The soilless culture, so we can grow the many high value vegetables using hydroponic systems where without applying using any soil. But also in the crops grown in hydroponic, there are the free from pesticide residue. We don't apply any pesticides or insecticides or the fungicides or the disease control. The less no disease there, you can see the protected cultivation inside the shed nets or the polyhouse. We are doing this one. And this can be a component of the vertical farming. Now you can see the many mega cities are coming up in India as well. If you go to developed country, most of the developed country they have the vertical farming inside the city. They are producing the vegetables, especially high value vegetables, to meet the food requirement of the cities. Not exactly kind of food requirement, but partially they can satisfy the food requirement cities. It may be some expensive products, but that's a safe and the quality wise that's much better as compared to conventional products. At the same time, also having the vertical farming cities, we can minimize the transportation of vegetables from the far, the remote places in the village and to the cities can be minimized. During transportation, there is spoilage of foods that also can be minimized. And also there's you can have the vegetables produced and the locality, the consumers will be more interested to have the local products where they have access and they know there's a quality, branded quality, so they can more dependent upon that one. And people are in India also. People are trying to have the vertical farming in Delhi and Chennai also. I think somewhere in South India they might have some some farmers, they are trying to have the hydroponic systems and the vertical farming very close to cities, so that they can meet at least some of the food requirement of the city peoples. And this is what I want to say. Also, if you go to organic farming, the one thing I can tell you that the consumer the consumer diet. Sometimes we see the vegetarian and non-vegetarian. So being vegetarians, if you go for organic farming, the less emitter of the greenhouse gases to the atmosphere than non-vegetarians. Non-vegetarians are the more emitter because production of the meats, the emission of around 10 kg carbon dioxide per 1 kg of meat production. But wherever in case of the vegetables, and there is release of only 500 gram of carbon dioxide per 1 kg of vegetable or the plant-based products. So that way, changing consumer diets. So it's a difficult task, but still that is one of say in case of IPCC, even they want that how we can minimize the emission of greenhouse gases from agricultural field by having such practices. So with this, I think I'll finish my lecture. Then you can have very few minutes. We can go for the discussion. Yeah, please.
So this Motesh Mohan.
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
So this is Motesh Mohan.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Sir, this is regarding hydroponics and aquaponics, sir.
Yeah.
Where we have to get the approvals, sir? Is there any subsidies or any approvals needed to put in our polyhouses, sir?
No, you don't need any approval.
Okay, sir.
You can do it on your farm. You can do that one. For that, you don't require any approval.
Okay, sir. And any subsidies available, sir?
Yes. So that only you can connect with the local agricultural office. So there are some schemes mainly there. Subsidy will get in case of polyhouse, plastic culture, greenhouse.
No. Polyhouse we have, sir. We have NHM and NHB subsidies. Okay. But we are talking about aquaponics and.
I am not sure whether there is government, there is schemes are there, they are promoting. But this is coming now especially for the city people, and this is high value crops.
Okay.
I am not sure whether government is giving subsidies especially for the aquaculture subsidy there.
Hey, aquaculture we know, sir. Those systems there are there.
Yeah, but especially for this hydroponic, I don't think there is subsidy there for hydroponic system.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, there is a question that I would like to ask.
Yes.
What's your personal opinion on the hydroponics? Do you see it as that it would be an answer for the future?
Yes, what I see, why I say, okay, initially it is an expensive product, okay, but long run, it can be cheaper. You have the initial investment or the system investment, but this is a sophisticated system definitely, and you have to get because when you are selling, you will get the premium price, and this should be very close to city. And okay. This is successful in many developed countries. In most of, I can see the Tokyo, London, and Canada, US. So most developed countries, they have the vertical farming system in city, means that means that satisfy the partial food requirement or basic requirement of the city people. Those are living inside city. But it's very difficult to transport vegetables from the village to the city. In India, the village and city, they are closely connected, but even though, in transportation, there will be the spoilage of food, it may happen. So this will have future. You say that it will have future in case of if somebody is going for the hydroponics.
So are there any training centers for that, sir, or any technical at IIT Kharagpur or anywhere else in India?
We have set up here. So if you visit for once you come for training for the vermicomposting in future for physical appearance, that time we'll be able to display.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, hydroponics won't be organic farming. It will be chemical farming, purely chemical farming.
Yes. So I do agree because we are using the chemical nutrient. But now what in our place, we are trying the organic solution.
Okay.
From vermicompost, what you see, you make vermicompost tea. We put the vermicompost in water, around 5 times of water, and we stir it with high speed stirring.
Okay.
So whatever nutrient in the vermicompost, they come to the solution phase.
Okay.
And that solution used for the hydroponic system, and that gives same yield as of the conventional chemical fertilizer, chemical nutrients.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice concept.
So basically, is it isolating the elements?
Yes. Means isolating means?
Isolating means suppose potassium and
yeah, all
whatever is required.
it is a complete set of all macro and micronutrients.
So it will be available in the pure form, pure elemental and compound form.
Ionic form. It's ionic form.
Okay. Okay.
It's ionic form. The plant takes in ionic form only. But here hydroponic, what you need to do, that is you have to check the pH regularly. If pH goes up and down, then nutrient won't be available. The pH has to be neutral range 6.5 to 7.5.
Okay. So basically, it's a very sophisticated technology.
Yeah.
That we have to.
Yes.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
But sir, is it economically viable?
See, initially it is expensive, definitely. Suppose you have a plastic also. You are going greenhouse, definitely. And you are doing greenhouse for certain. Greenhouse is definitely no economically viable. The purpose of greenhouse is to have the off-season crops. Okay. The crop like vegetables, cauliflower or broccoli, what you say, that you have to produce in off-season where the conventional product has not come up. And the price you can get sometimes the cauliflower 50 rupees a piece and it becomes 5 rupees a piece. And if you are able to produce in the off-season when there is a demand also, and you can sell the price in the premium price around 50, 60 rupees, you will get profit. That's why you have to see the market, timing. So exactly your production should meet the market when the price is very high. Then you will be able to.
So it's difficult.
Yeah.
So this is very difficult for a farmer.
Yeah, for farmer definitely difficult, but no initial investment you can do. Even I can say the local farmers they are growing spinach. Now spinach during the monsoon season, they are making profit 1 lakh per month during monsoon season. Growing only spinach in greenhouse. Because you cannot go outside. In the open field you cannot go because rainfall is there. And you are able to produce inside greenhouse, get the spinach, and that gets market. This is not, I think the people will be very calculative. When you are going for the hydroponics, definitely you are an advanced farmer. You are not a small farmer, marginal farmers. And you are going for the business oriented. In that case, you have to see the market statistics, and your production should meet the need of the market to get it satisfied. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, I have a more fungus in our field, sir. How can I reduce it, sir?
Means the soil in soil it's there.
In soil, sir.
Okay,
sir,
what
more fungus in my.
There are maybe some beneficial may be there and harmful will be there. Not that only have the harmful fungus, there may be beneficial fungus as well. Okay, so if you have isolated, how can you know that fungus are there? Did you go to an analysis? Any laboratory they have identified?
Okay, sir. Okay. And sir, सर मेरे एरिया में जो ना मेजर क्रॉप्स है शुगर कैन की, उसमें सूट वोटर की प्रॉब्लम बहुत आती है, उसको किस तरह से रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं?
See, those problem, if you go for the chemical pest, people are using huge amount of chemical pesticides. Sometimes the pest becomes very resistant. They develop the mechanism not to respond to the pesticide as well. This may happen. So especially when you go for the organic farming, as you for organic way, the process what we have discussed, you follow for the and go for the not only sugar, as you go for the only sugar, you go for a single crop and go for the trap crop, marigold.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So if you go for first type of process trap crop, it will attract many pests there. You can kill that one and follow this organic process regularly as a preventive measure. Not that the insect will appear, then you go on applying the insecticides. So this should be applied regular intervals, so we will be able to control the pest. Because many farmers they say they are successful to grow, but think that it should be community levels. I can say no, some farmers they are applying chemical pesticides and you are in between. So it may be very difficult for you to manage the crop.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, this is Motesh Mohan, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, in fungal, soil-based fungal problems, sir, we have used Pungam cake to control the soil-based pathogens, sir. We personally had problems with the carnation fields getting affected by fusarium wilt.
Okay. So what
we are,
what cake is that?
it is Pungam. Pungam is a Pungam tree which there is an oil factory.
Okay.
It is a non-edible oil cake, sir. So it is not being used for livestock feed.
Okay.
So
Karanj, is it Karanj?
Karanj, yes, Karanj.
Okay, then it's okay. That's good. Like neem seed cake we are using. So the cake that also that's a good. That's good practice you can. This is the information comes somebody have tried. So that
because
you can follow this one.
For me, fusarium wilt was the biggest problem in my polyhouse crops, sir.
Okay.
And the same things we have tried with banana also.
Okay.
Banana also has given us good results, sir.
Very good. Very good.
During it has been incorporated during bed preparations, sir.
Right. Right. Yeah. Usually for the organic pesticide, organic fertilizer we use. Usually at the time of sowing, before sowing of the crop, those things have to be applied. So this cake, as a Pungam cake or the Karanj cake, so that not only they can control your pest and disease, they will add nutrient also to soil. They contains most of the nutrients, the macro and micronutrients. So that's a good source because you have to go for the cakes that can be applied. So this is good, very good.
They're very good in taking P and K nutrients to the plants and giving, sir.
Right. That means you have done good exercise there.
Sir, I'm a student certified farm advisor organic farming from IFSR.
Good.
I'm practicing organic agriculture for last 2 years, sir.
Very good. So are you going for certifications?
Yes, sir. We are in conversion, sir. Only problem what we were thinking about is the stream water.
Yeah.
I've been working with lots of government projects here. National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture.
Right.
We have worked with 100 farmers in creating ISF model for them, integrated farming system model for them.
Okay.
In our district in Kotagiri block.
Good, very good. So you can remain in touch with me.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. I will be in touch.
Share your results.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
I just want to ask something about urban agriculture.
Right.
Sir, as in Delhi and some other places also, people are practicing this. If I try the urban agriculture, something I grow, some vegetables or something I grow in with organic, so is it easy to get a certification for that? Because for farmland, so we will have to wait for 3-4 cultivations. But if someone starts as a starter, so is it easy to get a certification for that?
Yeah.
Because if we will do it in an artificial way, so it should be easier. Is it there?
Yeah, you want to go for hydroponic?
No, I just want to use the vermicompost for a vegetable.
Sorry, I cannot follow this one. What do you want to use for production? Any specific material?
Vermicompost on the rooftop. Rooftop.
Yes, good. So I understood this. So, if you are going for the commercial, suppose the branding as organic products, okay. In that case, once you get certification, it will be easier for you for marketing.
And from where I will get the certificate from the same institute? That NPOP?
NPOP. So there are 30 plus certification agencies in India. In your locality, you can find who is the agency. You can contact.
In Delhi, do you have any idea about Delhi, sir?
Yeah, I'll send you. I have the list. I'll send you. Send me mail. I'll send you the list.
Please, sir.
Yeah. So you
Okay,
can,
sir.
now you can
Thank-
contact that agency. Then once you have linkage there, so they will do the job for you. Yeah,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Sir, here Anjali Singh, MSc
Yes.
student.
Yeah.
Sir, what are the benefits of hydroponic crops? Actually, I'm asking this question for that water doesn't waste much.
We are saving almost no, the water requirement is very less because the water is recycled. You are using only solutions, the same water is getting recycled. We are not wasting water. So we have not calculated exactly how much water you can save, but what is from experience, we can save almost 60% water as you are using from the normal field.
And sir, stagnant water formation of larvae of mosquitoes and other insects, then these causes diseases, dengue type and other also.
No, here is not standing water, it is a flowing water, no, and it is a covered one. If you see the hydroponic system, so you don't make it open. This everything is covered and is a flowing solutions. That is a circulation system. Your inlet is one side and outlet. Again, there is a recirculation through the systems.
Okay, sir.
If you keep it open, if the pipe remains open, there will be algal growth, and once there is algal growth, it will block the flow of the solution, which is not good for hydroponics.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So hydroponics is not open.
The pipes
Should
are
be closed.
Yeah, closed pipe.
Okay.
If you make it open, then there will be sunlight goes on inside. There will be algal growth, and it will block the passage of the nutrient. So there should be a closed system. Only wherever there is a crop, the crop is there, the seedling is there. You make a hole there, and that is only seedling goes there. Other place is closed one. It's not open.
So there's one project in Kolhapur, Maharashtra, 2 acres.
Okay.
They are greenhouse.
Okay.
And they have made it a pond.
Okay.
And they are growing floating agriculture.
That is
exotic vegetable.
Aquaponic.
Exotic.
Yeah.
Okay. That is aquaponics.
That is aquaponic. That is only even if you can see in case of Bangladesh also here.
Okay.
That the small canal also. In canal also you can have a thermocol. Thermocol, on the thermocol you can grow the vegetables or maybe the flower plants, and it's a floating garden you can say. You can float in the flowing river.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in comparison to soil agriculture, what are the benefits of hydroponic?
Yeah, in case of hydroponics, in case of soil, just soilless solution definitely, and maintenance is much easier. In the one place you are going as a vertical one, you can grow vertical. Make pipes as a vertical system you can do there in a small area. You can have better harvest than the soil, and moreover, as you not contact with the soil, there will be less pest and disease. Pest and disease problem will not be there in case of hydroponic. And the limited nutrient solution, you have limited nutrient solution. There's no loss of nutrient, and water requirement is very minimum. You can see in Israel. Israel is well known for hydroponics. They are very deficit of water, unlike us. So they have the less amount of water. With that less amount of water, they are using the almost many vegetables that are going to hydroponic systems.
Yes, sir.
Sir, in hydroponics, isn't there a difference of the quality of the plants and the
nutrients is applied. So you get, we have seen our experiment, we have seen there is no such difference in the chemical and organic. We have not tried specially soil as a soil system, but you get the better quality hydroponics.
Okay.
Okay, so if there are no more questions, so probably we will close here. Rajendra? Professor Rajendra is here, yeah. So it was a nice meeting with you and having interaction with you. Abhishek, do you have any question, please? Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, I just wanted to ask, when can we get on site, like in the campus, so that we can physically have experience?
You are from Odisha, right?
Yes, sir.
From where is your hometown?
So actually, I stay in Odisha, Cuttack.
Cuttack, okay. And you are originally from where?
From Ranchi, sir, Jharkhand.
Ranchi. So this is very close to Kharagpur.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if you want to visit anytime, no, even if after the pandemic is over.
That's what is the problem.
Yeah?
We don't know when will it get over. That's what is the problem.
Yeah, it will be over very soon.
Okay, sir.
So we will be coming to full functional maybe from the month of January.
Okay, sir. So around January or February, we can come and have a session there. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So this is okay. So thank you all.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
so much. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Yeah, Rajendra, I am done. Anything want to speak? Okay. So.